Hello, good evening students. Good evening all of you. Yesterday I have given the IUPAC rules. If ligand have certain IUPAC rules for writing the metal in anionic compartment, certain rules, writing the metal in cationic part, certain rules, and complex, how to write the ions in the complex, that and all I have explained in the last class. Now we are going to start with examples, naming the IUPAC naming of coordination compounds. Today I am going to start with this compound. Cation should be written first. First rule is cation should be written first. Here cation is potassium, so potassium written first because we have to separate this one. This is the cationic compartment, this is the anionic compartment. So cation should be written first according to the rules. The K4 is the cation compartment and the complex is the anionic compartment. So cation first, potassium. In the complex ion, always ligand should be written first and metal ion should be written second. Complex ion, how many cyanide ligand is there? 6. So hexa. Cyanido. Cyanide means in the anionic part, cyanide means we can write cyanido in IUPAC system. Cyanido, kappa, this is kappa. See, because in this category, carbon only bonded with nitrogen, because here in cyanide ion, carbon and nitrogen both have the chance to donate electron to metal. But in this category, carbon only donate electron to iron. Therefore, kappa C. Next, ferrate. Ferrate is when metal present in the anionic compartment, metal in anionic part should be written as metal plus ATE, and the oxidation state of iron. First iron should be written as X. This should be X. And cyanide is a negative ligand. Cyanide is a negative ligand. So its charge is -1 into -1. How many -1? 6. So 6 into -1 equal to, what is the charge of this complex? Here 4K plus. Therefore automatically here 4 minus is the charge. In a salt there is equal amount of positive and negative ions are present. Therefore equal amount. Therefore -4. The complex having -4. So x minus 6 equal to -4. X is equal to -4 plus 6. X is equal to +2. So the oxidation state of iron is +2 oxidation state. Always we have to mention the oxidation state in Roman letter. That also I mentioned. This is parenthesis. You have to complete the parenthesis. So this, if you write this correctly, they will do 1 mark. Potassium hexacyanido kappa C ferrate 2. Only for ambident ligands only we use the kappa C or kappa nitrogen that we used. One is NO is an ambident ligand and cyanide is an ambident ligand. Both is category only. NO2 is an ambident ligand and CN is an ambident ligand. Both is category only. We are using this kappa C method. Okay. So once again I will repeat the problem. I have write this structure. One compartment is cationic part, other one is anionic part. Always we could write the cation first. So I am writing potassium. Here 4 potassium ions is there. Whenever in the counter ion, many ions present means that not a matter. You have to write just their name. That is the rule in counter ion. Only inside the complex we have to mention hexa, tetra, that and all we mention only in the inside the complex. Outside the complex, just writing the name. Simply we have to write the name. Outside the complex, we have to mention the counter ion simply. Just we have to simply write potassium, that's it. This also keep it in your mind. Potassium hexacyanido kappa C ferrate 2. So everything I have explained. Go through one time. Hello students. Now I am going to talk about the second example. This is the structure. Name of the compound is tetraamine dichlorido cobalt 3 chloride and explanation is given. Explanation is given here. Okay. First we have to separate the coordination compound into two compartments. One is positive, other one is negative, because the counter ion is negatively charged, therefore the complex ion is positively charged. Ligand should be written first, ligand, because inside the complex, ligand should be the first priority, and the next one is metal. Here two types of ligands is there, one is amine, other one is chlorine. Suppose two types of ligands present means we can use alphabetical order. Amine starts with A and chlorido starts with C. So amine is the first category. The number tetra, penta, that and all not comes to alphabetical order. Only the name of the ligand comes to alphabetical order. Tetraamine dichlorido, 2 chlorine is the dichlorido cobalt 3 chloride. See, whenever ion present in the counter ion, they should be written as like that only, no change. Cl3 means chloride. Cl means chloride. Whatever it is, you have to write the general name, that's all. Chloride. And the oxidation state of ammonia is 0 because it's a neutral ligand. It is a neutral ligand. Ammonia is a neutral ligand, therefore the oxidation state is 0. Then chlorine is directly linked with bonded with cobalt is linked with 3 chlorine. The oxidation state of chlorine is -1, but we are taking 2 chlorines here -1, so we have to add these two, we get 3. That is the oxidation state of cobalt. So we have to add these two. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. That whatever it is minus or plus, the oxidation state is like this only. So cobalt 3 chloride. Now I have explained. Metal in cationic part means we have write as such. So if metal is present in the cationic part, so we have to write just cobalt. Don't write cobaltate. Metal present in anionic part only, we have to add ATE. Metal present in cationic part or neutral species, we have to write the same only. Okay, this is the second example. First I am writing the structure. I have to differentiate cationic and anionic part, and I have to see inside the coordination sphere. First we have to write the ligand only, but we have two ligands, so we have to undergo the priority sequence. Priority sequence will be alphabetical order. Which ligand starts with less alphabetical order, that will come first. Which ligand starts with more alphabetical order, that come next. Tetraamine dichlorido cobalt. After completing the ligands, we write the metal present cationic part. So chlorido, dichlorido cobalt, because oxidation state here amine is a neutral ligand, so the oxidation state is 0. These two having 2 and 1, on adding these two I will get 3. So cobalt 3 chloride. Next, metal is present in cationic part, like that. This is the proper explanation for this compound 2, example 2. Take note on this, or else you take screenshot. Hello students, I am going to tell about the third example. Suppose two complex ions are present, means how can we separate and tell the name? That is the third method. Here this is called bicomplex metal. In this thing, always the first one taken as cation and the second one taken as anion, because this is a neutral ligand and this is a positive ion. This is a positive metal and this is a negative ligand. Therefore, it behaves as a positive ion and this behaves as a negative ion. The name is trus ethane trus bracket 1,2 tris bracket ethane 1,2 diamine chromiohexafluoridochromate. So okay, I will tell the name. En stands for ethylene diamine. In the class I have explained En stands for ethylene diamine. The structure of ethylene diamine is this one. IUPAC name of ethylene diamine is ethane 1,2 diamine. This I have already given. Suppose inside the complex di already present means this T3 will be written as tris. Two times di means one will be taken as bis and 3 will be taken as tris. 2 will be taken as bis and 3 will be taken as tris and 4 will be taken as tetrakis. This and all I explained in the last class. So in the ethylene diamine case, already diamine present. Again one 3 is covered. Therefore, that is taken as tris, not tri. It is a tris because 2 times came means 2 times di, tri, like that it will come means one will be di, other one will be di means bis, tri means tris, tetra means tetrakis. So that only I am writing tris ethane 1,2 diamine because the chromium present in cationic part. So I have written as chromium hexa. Chromium. Next one is this compartment fluorido. Here I am writing ligand first. Here also I am writing ligand first. After that metal. Here also ligand first and afterwards metal. So chromium hexa fluorido. Fluorine present in anionic compartment means fluorido only we have to tell. So hexa fluorido chromate 3. Why it is 3? Because this is a neutral ligand. Therefore, oxidation state of this. So therefore, charge of this is 0. This is a negative ligand. How many I have? 6 into 1 minus 1. 6 fluoride ions is there minus 6. How many metal ions present? 2 chromium is present. So this 6 will be shared to this chromium and this chromium. Therefore, it will be chromium 3 and chromate 3. So it will be shared like this. Suppose 2 metal ions present in 2 complexes means the total charge will be shared by the 2 metal ions. Therefore, tris ethane 1,2 diamine chromium 3 hexa fluorido chromate 3. This is the name of this compound. Next I am writing this one. The name first in complex ion we have ligand first and metal second. I am separating these complex into positive and negative species. This part is a cationic part and this part is a anionic part. First I am writing the cationic part. According to IUPAC rule, we have to write the cation part only. In the cation part, complex ion. Cation part complex ion means we have to write the ligand first, afterwards the metal. How many ligands are there? Only one ligand. That ligand also 2 numbers present. So diamine, silver, because the metal present in cationic part, so I have to write the name itself. Silver 1 chloride. Chloride is present counter ion. Simply we have write chloride. How I am getting this oxidation charge +1? Because here ammonia is a neutral ligand. So it is charge 0. But here -1 is the oxidation state of chloride. -1 is the charge of chloride. Therefore, the charge of silver is +1. That has taken as oxidation state. Okay. Diamine, silver, 1 chloride. In this way I am writing. Here silver is linked with 2 amine, but amine having charge is 0. Chlorine have -1. If the anionic part is -1 means cationic part is +1. That is the oxidation state of silver. So I have explained the third and fourth coordination complex. Hello students, I am going to explain some other type of coordination compounds. The name of this compound is dichlorido bis ethane 1,2 diamine cobalt 3 chloride. See, the ethylene diamine is a neutral ligand, therefore it charge is 0. Chlorine have -1. 2 chlorine is there, 2 into -1. The counter ion chlorine have -1. Therefore, -2 -1 is equal to -3. Therefore, the oxidation state is 3. cobalt 3 chloride. Chloride present outside means we have to write it as such. The cobalt metal present in the cationic sphere, therefore we can write the metal is correct. Bis, why bis? Because already di is present in this category. Again 2 is coming means we can write it as bis. 2 times. Here ethylene diamine, one di already came. Again one 2 is there. So for that we can write it as bis. Okay. Dichlorido bis ethane 1,2 diamine. This is the name of the compound. Already explained. Next one is this one. The name is tetraamine copper 2 sulfate. Tetraamine copper 2 sulfate. This is a coordination complex. This is a cationic species. So we can write the cation part first. In the cationic part, this is a complex ion. In the complex ion, we give the first priority to ligand. How many amine compound is there? 4. Therefore, tetraamine copper. Because metal present in cationic part, we have to write the same metal copper 2 sulfate. Why it is 2? Because here 2 minus. Sulfate always 2 minus. So the cationic part is 2 plus. Therefore, copper 2 plus. Copper 2 plus sulfate. This is the simple way of explaining this coordination compound. Tetraamine copper 2 sulfate. First I have to divide into cationic and anionic part. The coordination sphere comes for cationic part. If coordination sphere coming for cationic part means first we write the ligand name. After writing the ligand name, we have to write the metal name. The coordination compound in past cationic part means just write the metal. Then we have to give parenthesis, the brackets. This is called parenthesis. Then you have to write the counter ion. Sulfate is present. What is the charge of sulfate? 2 minus. The anionic part is 2 minus means cationic part is 2 plus. Therefore, the oxidation state is 2. That is the name of cobalt. Tetraamine copper 2 sulfate. Next one. This is the name is triamine triaqua chromium 3 chloride. First we have to separate this complex into anionic and cationic compartment. In the cation, always cation should first. Cation should be written first. So in this first rule, I am writing the cationic part. While seeing the complex ion in the cationic part, I have 2 types of ligands. One is amine, other one is aqua. One is amine, other one is aqua. In this category, first letter A and A. So we have to see the second letter. M is coming first, then the Q. Therefore, here also amine comes first. Suppose the first letter of the ligand will be same means we will check the second letter of the 2 ligands. From that second letter which is coming first, that is given the first priority. Triamine triaqua, chromium 3 chloride. Chromium, because it is present in cationic part, so we have to write the metal as such. Triamine triaqua, the IUPAC name of water is aqua. Triamine triaqua chromium 3 chloride. How it is 3? Because the neutral ligand, amine is 0 charge, water also a neutral ligand, both are neutral ligands. Therefore the charge will be 0 them. Here how many chloride ion is there? 3 minus. Therefore here 3 plus. That is the oxidation state of chromium. Very simple way. Next I am going to tell about the next compound. Here I am separating the coordination compound into 2 parts. One is a cationic part, other one is an anionic part. Cationic part, I have seen 2 types of ligands. From the 2 types of ligands, according to IUPAC nomenclature, alphabetical order, amine comes first and carbonate comes second. So we have to write tetraamine, 4 amines there. Therefore tetraamine tricarbonato. Carbonyl compound present in the anion cationic part means we have to write carbonato, cobalt 3. This is the why it is 3, because here carbonate oxidation state is -2, negative ligand. Amine is a neutral ligand, chlorine -1, so -2, -1, -3. Therefore the oxidation state is 3. So I have explained the 4 important coordination compound, how to name the coordination compound using IUPAC rules. Hello students, I am going to explain the 9th example. This is a coordination compound in which I have separated as cationic part and anionic part. Always cation should return first, therefore I write potassium first. Then in the complex, we give priority to ligands, first priority to ligands, and afterwards this metal. When nitro and cyanide both things are present, nitrate and cyanide. Next point is potassium. Always cation should be written first, potassium. In the complex, in the negative complex, we have to give the priority to anions, prior to ligands. In the 2 ligands, there are 2 types of ligands. One is cyanide, other one is nitrosyl. From that alphabetical order, C comes first, N comes later. Therefore, potassium, how many cyanide? Penta 5. Cyanido, because in anionic species, ligand should be written as O. We have to add O. Cyanido, kappa, C, because in cyanide, carbon linked with iron metal. So, cyanide, kappa C, nitrosyl, ferrate 2. Why? Because why the oxidation state is +2, because oxidation state is 2, because here cyanide is a negative ligand. Cyanide is a negative ligand, I told you, no. So -1, -5 into -1 is equal to 5, -5. And already in the cationic compartment, 3 is potassium +3. So -5 +3 gives -2. In oxidation state, -2 or +2, whatever it may be, we can write it as 2. Ferrate 2. Next point, the 10th one. This complex is given. In this complex, there is no cationic and anionic compartment. This is just a coordination complex. So the charge will be 0. Here the metal, central metal atom is palladium. 3 types of ligands attached. One is water. In IUPAC we tell it as aqua. Other one is nitrito, nitrate, nitrito. Next one iodide. Iodide we tell it as iodito. I2 iodito, NO2 nitrito, H2O aqua. This is the IUPAC name of these ligands. From these all the things, water comes first. So di-aqua, how many water is that? 2. So di-aqua, di-iodo, di-nitro, here also 2. Dinitrito, kappa, because the nitrito oxygen is linked with the central metal atom, therefore kappa oxygen. Because I told you, no, NO2 is an ambident ligand. NO2 is an ambident ligand like cyanide. This is also an ambident ligand. So in this category, nitrogen also supplies ligand to metal, or oxygen, ONO, oxygen supplies, donates electron to metal to form the metal ligand covalent coordinate bonding. Understood? So that is why I am mentioning kappa of O. Palladium 4, oxidation state is 4. How you get the 4? Because the water is a neutral ligand. Water is a neutral ligand, therefore charge is 0. NO2 is a negative ligand, therefore -1. How many NO2? 2 is that, 2 into -1. Iodine is a negative ligand. Therefore, how many iodine is that? 2 into -1. Therefore, this is an X. This only we want to know. So X is the central metal atom. X minus 2 into -1 -2. 2 into -1. So we have write like this. X plus 2 into -1 plus 2 into -1 plus 0 equal to 0, because the total charge is 0. Therefore, we write it as next step, x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 4 equal to 0, x equal to plus 4. So, we get this oxidation state. Therefore, we get the oxidation state of palladium 4. The name is diaqua, diiodo, dinitrito, kappa O, palladium 4. This is the IUPAC name of this compound. If the iodine, this is the A comes first, that's why in IUPAC nomenclature, aqua comes first. I comes next, that is the second one. And N comes to the third, that's why third one. So everything is crystal clear, I think. See one time. Any doubt you can ask in the comment box. Now I am going to explain the 11th example. The name is pentacarbonyl triphenyl phosphane chromium. See, this compound containing two ligands. In a complex ion, first we have to write the ligand name. After that, metal name. Here, there is no positive and negative ions present. Therefore, the total charge will be 0. Therefore, the name is starts with carbonyl because according to IUPAC name, C comes first and P comes next. Therefore, pentacarbonyl triphenyl phosphane chromium 0 because the oxidation state is this is a neutral ligand. So the oxidation state is 0 here also. So here also 0. This also 0. Therefore, you get the oxidation state is 0. Here, triphenyl phosphane is the common name. IUPAC name is triphenyl phosphane. INE instead of INE we can start with ANE. This is the name of this compound. Next one is 12th. 12th compound. This is two complex. This is not a 2 complex. This is a coordination compound. We can separate it as cationic part and anionic part. First coming part is cationic. Second one is anionic. First we have to write the cationic part. Tetraamine dichlorido cobalt 3. This 3 I will explain. And hexacyanido ambident ligand, so kappa C, chromate, anionic part, metal we can write it as plus ATE. So chromate 3. How the 3 is coming, that I will tell you. Here amine is a neutral ligand, therefore it is 0. Chlorine is 2. 2 into minus 1, 2 into minus 1 is equal to minus 2. How many 2? So 3. So 3. 3 to sir minus 6. 3 is there. Fully covered whole 3. So 3 into 2 is equal to minus 6. Next, how many cyanide ion is there? Cyanide is minus 1 is the charge. Therefore 6 into minus 1 equal to minus 6. Totally minus 12. How many metal cations are present? 3 into 1, 3. 3 cobalt, 1 chromium. Therefore, 4 metal ions. So, we have to divide metal is equal to 12 by 4 equal to 3. Therefore, the oxidation state of chromium and cobalt and chromium each having oxidation state 3. Understood? First, you have to write the cationic compartment. After that, you have to write the anionic compartment. Oxidation state, how we find? This way. This is a neutral ligand, therefore oxidation the charge is 0. Chlorine is a negative ligand, therefore minus 1. 2 chlorine is there, 2 into minus 1 to the whole power 3, so 6 minus 6. Cyanide is a negative ligand, 6 cyanide is there, 6 into minus 1, 6. Totally 12 ligand, 12 charge, minus 12 is the charge. But how many metals are there? 3 into 1, 3 cobalt, 1 into 1, no 4. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 metal ions are there. So metal is equal to 4. 12 by 4 you get 3. So the oxidation state of cobalt and chromate are 3. Okay. So with this I can wind up the class. Next class I will end with 2 or 3 examples. After that I will continue the next class. I hope you understand all the terms. Thank you. God bless you, students.